Ever been a step too slow in a fight? You see the punch coming, but your body doesn't react in time, and suddenly you're wide open. That's not bad luck. That's not just genetics. That's training. The greatest fighters, guys like Floyd Mayweather, Israel Adesanya, and Anderson Silva, aren't just fast. They've trained their minds and bodies to react instantly, effortlessly slipping punches and countering before their opponent even registers what happened. Reaction time in combat isn't just about speed, it's the difference between dominating and getting dominated. The difference between dodging a knockout punch or eating it. The difference between controlling the fight or constantly playing catch-up. And here's the good news. You can train this. You can rewire your brain and body to react faster than ever. In this video, we're breaking it all down. The real science behind reaction time and what's slowing you down. The most effective drills to improve visual, auditory, and tactical reflexes. How to train your brain to make split-second fight decisions automatically. By the end of this, you'll have a proven blueprint to sharpen your reaction speed and move like the fighters you admire. Let's get started. Chapter 1. The science behind reaction time. Reaction time isn't just about how fast you move, it's about how fast your brain processes information and sends signals to your body. And in combat sports, this happens in 3 key stages. Perception. You see, hear, or feel a stimulus, like a punch coming at your face. Processing. Your brain analyzes the situation and decides how to respond. Action. Your body executes the movement, whether it's a block, dodge, or counter. Now here's where most fighters get stuck. The delay isn't in the movement, it's in the processing. Your body can move fast, but if your brain takes too long to recognize danger and decide on an action, you're already too late. So what slows you down? Overthinking. If you're consciously deciding what to do every time, you're wasting milliseconds. Lack of exposure. If you haven't seen a certain strike or setup before, your brain takes longer to react. Poor eye tracking. If your vision isn't trained to detect movement efficiently, you react slower. The solution? Train your brain and nervous system to cut down processing time. And that's exactly what we're going to do in the next chapters. Chapter 2. How to improve visual reaction time. In a fight, your eyes are your first line of defense. The faster you can detect movement, the faster you can react. But most fighters don't train their vision properly. They just rely on repetition and hope their eyes adapt. That's a mistake. There are 2 key elements to visual reaction time. Peripheral awareness. The ability to detect movement outside your direct line of sight. Target tracking. The ability to focus on a moving object and anticipate its trajectory. If your vision is slow, your reaction will always be a step behind. To fix that, you need drills that force your brain to pick up visual cues faster. Drills to train your eyes for combat. 1. Reaction ball drills. A reaction ball is an irregularly shaped ball that bounces unpredictably. Throw it against a wall or drop it, and try to catch it as fast as possible. This forces your eyes to react to unexpected movement, just like in a real fight. 2. Light-based reaction drills. Use reaction lights or even a simple flashlight. Have a partner flash a light at random intervals and react instantly with a movement, whether it's a dodge, block, or strike. This sharpens your ability to respond to sudden visual stimuli. 3. Shadowboxing with visual triggers. Instead of throwing random combinations, have a partner hold up numbers or colors on flashcards. The moment you see the signal, execute a specific strike or defensive move. This helps your brain connect visual input with immediate action. By consistently training these drills, your eyes will detect movement faster, your brain will process threats quicker, and your reaction time will improve dramatically. Next, we'll go beyond vision and focus on how to sharpen auditory reaction time. Chapter 3. How to sharpen auditory reaction time. In a fight, not all reactions come from what you see. Sometimes the sound of a foot shifting, a breath pattern changing, or even a coach's command can trigger an instant reaction. Training your ability to respond to sound can give you a major edge, especially when visual cues are limited or deceptive. There are two main types of auditory processing in combat sports. Predictive listening, recognizing patterns in sound to anticipate an opponent's next move. Instant response, reacting immediately to an unexpected auditory stimulus. If your hearing is just passive, you're missing opportunities to react faster. The goal is to train your brain to connect sound with immediate movement. Drills to train auditory reflexes. U1 partner clap drills. Have a partner randomly clap or call out a command while you're in your fight stance. The moment you hear it, react with a specific move, slip, block, counterpunch, or sprawl. This forces your brain to process sound as a trigger for action. 2. Blindfolded defense drills. Wear a blindfold and have a partner throw light strikes towards you. Use only sound to detect movement and react defensively. This sharpens your ability to pick up subtle auditory cues, like the sound of feet shifting or a fist cutting through the air. 3. Coach cue reaction training. During pad work or bag training, have your coach call out combinations or defensive moves at unpredictable intervals. This conditions your brain to react to verbal triggers instantly, eliminating hesitation. By integrating auditory drills into your training, you'll develop an extra layer of reaction speed, one that doesn't rely solely on vision. Next, we'll focus on tactile and instinctive reactions, the ones that happen before you even think. Outsmart Chapter 4, Developing Tactile and Instinctive Reactions. Not all reactions come from what you see or hear. Some of the fastest responses in combat sports happen through touch and instinct. The moment you feel an opponent's weight shift, the second their hand makes contact with your guard, or the instant your body senses pressure in a clinch or grappling exchange. Elite fighters don't just react visually, they react by feel. This is especially crucial in close-range exchanges, where speed alone isn't enough. Your reactions need to be automatic. There are two key types of tactile reactions. Contact-based, reflexes, feeling pressure or impact and responding instantly. Proprioceptive awareness, sensing body positioning and adjusting before your brain fully processes it. If you don't train these, you'll always be half a second too slow in the clinch, in grappling transitions, or even in close-range boxing. Drills to train tactile and instinctive reflexes. 1. Shoulder tap drills. Stand in your fight stance with a partner. Both of you try to tap each other's shoulders while defending your own. You can only react based on touch, forcing you to develop defensive and countering reflexes without relying on sight. 2. Light contact reaction drills. Have a partner lightly push, pull, or tap different parts of your body at random moments. The goal is to react instantly, whether it's angling out, countering, or defending. This sharpens your ability to respond to physical contact without overthinking. Thai grappling sensitivity training, chi sao, hand fighting, or pummeling. For clinch fighters or grapplers, spending time on sensitivity drills like pummeling, hand fighting, or even Wing Chun style chi sao helps develop instant reactions to an opponent's touch. This improves reaction time in close-range combat, where vision alone isn't enough. By training tactile reactions, you create a deep level of instinctive response, where your body reacts the moment it feels an attack, not after your brain processes it. Now that we've covered visual, auditory, and tactile reaction training, it's time for the final piece: how to train your brain for instant decision-making in a fight. Chapter 5: Training your brain for instant decision-making. Reaction time isn't just about physical speed, it's about how fast your brain makes decisions under pressure. The best fighters don't just react fast, they outreact correctly, making split-second choices that put them in the best position to win. The problem? Most fighters freeze when faced with unexpected situations. They hesitate, overthink, or choose the wrong response because their brain isn't conditioned to make rapid decisions in chaos. If you want to react like a high-level fighter, you need to train your decision-making speed just like any other skill. There are two types of fight decisions: pre-programmed responses, trained, automatic reactions to common situations. E is slipping a jab when you see the shoulder move. Adaptive thinking. Recognizing unique situations and choosing the best response in real time. You need a both eye to be truly reactive in a fight. Drills to train split-second decision-making. 1. Randomized pad work. Instead of predictable combinations, have your coach hold pads at random angles and call out unexpected commands. This forces you to think and react in real time, instead of just following a pattern. 2. Live feint. Drills must train with a partner who constantly throws feints. Your job isn't just to react, but to identify real threats from fakes and tags and respond accordingly. This improves your ability to process fight situations without wasting energy on unnecessary movements. 3. Reaction-based sparring. Instead of full sparring, focus on quick exchanges, where one partner attacks and the other must respond instantly with the best possible counter. Start slow, then increase speed until the reactions become automatic. By practicing real-time decision-making under pressure, you develop the ability to react without hesitation, turning what was once a slow thought process into an instant, fight-winning reflex. Now, let's bring everything together and wrap it up with the final chapter: how to implement these drills into your training for maximum results. Chapter 6. How to implement these drills for maximum results. Now that you have the blueprint, the real question is, how do you integrate all of this into your training without overwhelming yourself? The key is progression and consistency. If you try to do everything at once, your reaction training will be scattered and ineffective. Instead, you need a structured approach that builds your reflexes step by step, while keeping it practical for real fights. Step 1. Prioritize. Your weakest area. Are you too slow to recognize punches? Focus on visual reaction drills. Do you struggle with counters in the pocket? Work on some tactile and instinctive reactions. Hesitating in exchanges? You need decision-making training. Start with your biggest weakness and build from there. Step 2. Add reaction. Drills to your warm-up. Most fighters treat reaction training as a side activity, but the best way to improve is to make it part of your daily routine. 5 and 10 minutes of reaction drills. Before every session, pick a 1 or 2 kind of focus drills per session. Rotate between visual, auditory, tactile, and decision-making drills throughout the week. Step 3. Apply it in sparring and pad work. Reaction drills mean nothing if you can't translate them to a real fight. Have your pad holder or sparring partner throw the unpredictable attacks that force you to react. Incorporate feints and counters into every round. Focus on staying relaxed and letting your reflexes take over. Step 4. Track your progress. If you don't measure improvement, you won't know what's working. Record your sparring and analyze how quickly you react. Time yourself on reaction ball drills and aim for faster speeds. Test your reflexes with reaction-based games, apps, light drills, etc. Final thoughts. Reaction time isn't just about natural talent, it's about deliberate, focused training. The fighters with the fastest reflexes aren't born that way. They train for it every single day. By following this system, you'll develop reactions that are automatic, razor-sharp, and fight-ready. No more freezing, no more hesitation. Just instant, decisive movement that puts you ahead of your opponent. Now it's up to you. Put in the work, and your reaction time will transform. Conclusion. At the highest levels of combat sports, milliseconds determine who wins and who loses. The difference between slipping a knockout punch and getting caught isn't just speed, it's how well you've trained your toughest mind and body was to react instantly. The drills and strategies we covered in this video aren't just theory. They're the exact methods top fighters use to refine their reflexes and decision-making under pressure. But the real challenge isn't knowing what to do, it's actually doing it. So here's your next step. Pick one reaction drill and start practicing today. Don't wait for the perfect time, just get to work. Integrate these drills into your routine consistently. Reaction time isn't built overnight, but the fighters who train it regularly see massive improvements. Record your training, analyze your reactions, and track your progress. The more you refine your response time, the faster you'll see results in sparring and competition. Fighters like Mayweather, Adesanya, and Anderson Silva weren't just born with insane reflexes, they built them. Now it's your turn. If this video helped you, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Let me know which drill you're adding to your training. Stay sharp, stay reactive, and I'll see you in the next one.